This is my 2005 Subaru Legacy GT. It's got a 5-speed manual, a 2.5-liter turbocharged engine, and this thing is fun. I flew from Ohio to North Carolina to pick this specific car up, and for good reason. When I first bought it, it had 97,000 miles, and I've put, I'd say around 40,000 miles of love into this car. From oil changes, to clutch replacements, to wheel bearing assemblies. I've been everywhere underneath this car and on top. And I love it. You know, it's got its flaws, just like every car does. But this thing is fun. And you're probably wondering, David, why did you fly out to North Carolina to buy this and drive it back like 8 hours? Well, many people don't know that this is the Gentleman's WRX. It's got the same engine as the WRX from 2005 to 2009. That is the first generation of this car. It's got the rare 5-speed manual transmission, and it's got all-wheel drive, the turbo. It's got everything you would ever want, but it also has leather seats. It has heated leather seats. It has heated windshield wipers. It's got power adjustable seats. Really the only upgrades are the seats. No rust. And it was pretty mechanically solid when I bought it. Does it have the fun wing, the cool big spoiler that this STI has? No. Does it have the giant hood scoop that the WRX is getting? No. But that's not the point of this car. The point of this car is you're grown up. You've always wanted a Subaru WRX your entire life. But, you know, maybe you hit your first job. You graduated from high school. You want something a little bit more mature. And this starts looking a whole lot more appealing. So let's dive a little bit deeper onto what makes this different from the Subaru WRX, the Gentleman's Sleeper. Yes, it's got the same amount of horsepower, 250, pretty quick. It's got the same manual transmission, got the same engine, got the same all-wheel drive system. But what does it lack? What makes it a little bit different, makes it a little bit more of a gentleman's sleeper? Let's dive into that. So as I give you a tour of the many flaws of my daily driver, what made the Legacy GT kind of the upscale professional WRX? It had the same EJ255 2.5-liter turbo flat 4 found in the WRX. However, it had a little bit more power at 250 horsepower and 250 pound-feet of torque. It had the same all-wheel drive system. However, it had a subtle hood scoop, as you could see, that kind of hinted at the turbocharger underneath the hood. It had clean, sleek body lines. It did not have those kind of, fender flares that the WRX had. And really, it just looked like regular traffic. You could not tell that this thing was kind of a boy racer car of the time. It offered dual zone climate controls, heated seats, higher quality interior materials, basically leather, better sound insulation, and a premium sound system. So you really had all the little amenities in this car. See, now the story of how I acquired this car, or why I even chose this, was I was driving a 1991 Ford Explorer. It was lifted, it needed a transmission, and it was a piece of junk. And I was like, hey, I'm going to spend some money, I'm going to get something reliable. And this is what I landed on. It was North Carolina, like I said, flew down there, and it was cool. I wanted something sporty, I wanted something quick. I'd driven kind of shit boxes my entire tenure of college and high school, and I wanted something a little different. I'd driven American all my life. And I saw this, my buddies were into Subarus, and I figured I'd pull the trigger. Most undoubtedly, my favorite feature of this car is the 5-speed manual transmission that it came with. That is the absolute reason why I flew out to North Carolina with my dad and drove this thing back halfway across the country from, bottom to top essentially, and had made a little adventure out of it once again. Since in my 3 years of owning this car, I've replaced the clutch, I have replaced the slave cylinder, it's got a short throw shifter on it, it's got a few little upgrades from the previous owner, but this thing is fun, it's clean on the inside, clean on the outside, and it has only seen 2 Ohio winters. What a win. And speaking of those Ohio winters, This car comes with heated leather seats. Like I previously mentioned, they are very comfortable. They work super well. It's these little controllers right here. You can push it up, you can push it down. Driver and passenger both get them. Back seats, no go. They don't get them. They don't get many amenities actually. As you can see in the back, they have the flip down center console as an armrest, and they get a flip down little cup holder situation. But other than that, that is really it. Not much going on back here. I will now attempt to get into the back seat. This back seat is about where I would have it. I am 6'4". As you can see, leg room, I'm spreading here. There's not much room. Headroom, not the greatest. I'm hitting my head. This is not somewhere where I would want to be for an extended period amount of time. However, you do get an armrest back here that folds out. That's it, no cup holders on this, it's just literally a piece. That also is a slide through for skis. And the other amenity is you get cup holders down here. They're very flimsy, very tiny, not gonna be holding much. I'd give this back seat a 4 out of 10. Now for the trunk, it is fairly large. As you can tell, I have an abysmal amount of junk back here. But as you can see, it has room for a tire jack, a mattress, work stuff, and spare parts back there. A drill, oil, because of course it leaks, bag of stuff, and more tools. You can fit a bunch of stuff back there, actually, believe it or not, and there's still room for more. And this car actually sounds pretty good. It does have a downpipe, a little bit of a tune, and an exhaust. So take a listen. So if you are still here, thank you for making it through this terrible production, awful quality video of my daily driver that I beat the crap out of every single day. Don't tell the next owner. I implore you to go get one yourself. If you are into Subarus, are into WRXs, check this car out. I bought mine for $7,000 back in 2021. It had 97,000 miles on it. It now has a pretty worry, trouble-free 137,000 miles. I put a short list on the screen of everything that we've replaced or upgraded or done. It really hasn't been that much. It's been a reliable daily car that is fun, that is quick, that sounds good, and makes me smile every single time I get into it. So if you're in the market for something that is relatively cheap, fun, and not many other people have, this is honestly a good selection. So if you're in the market for something that's quick, affordable, and fun, I mean, look no further than the 2005 to 2009 Subaru Legacy GT. Get the manual. And if you can afford it, get the Spec B. And since you have made it this far in the video, here's some little flyby clips that I had my wonderful girlfriend record for me. Enjoy.